Kunja Bihare. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vallabha, Radha Vallabha, Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Jaya Deva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaura Hare Bol. Nitai Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nitai Gaura Hare Bol. Gaura Premanandi, Jaya Om Vishnupadaya Paramahamsa Parivrakaracharya Astotara Abhaya Charanara Vinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, ISKCON Founder-Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai, Shri Radha Bala Bhagavani ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauran. We are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 10th canto, chapter 3, titled The Birth of Lord Krishna, text number 20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Satvam Triloka Sritaye Swamayaya. Satvam Triloka Sritaye Swamayaya. Bibharshi Suklam Kalavarnam Atmanaha. Bibharshi Suklam Kaluvarnam Atmanaha. Sargaya Raktam Rajasopi Brimhitam. Sargaya Raktam Rajasopi Brimhitam. Krishnam Savarnam Tamasa Janatyaye. Krishnam Chavarnam Tamasa Janatyaye. Swatam Triloka Sritaye Swamayaya. Swatam Triloka Sritaye Swamayaya. Bibharshi Suklam Taluvarnam Atmanaha. Bibharshi Suklam Taluvarnam Atmanaha. Sargaya Raktam Rajasopi Brimhitam. Sargaya Raktam Rajasopi Brimhitam. Krishnam Savarnam Tamasa Janatyaye. Krishnam Savarnam Tamasa Janatyaye. Sarvairoptam tajasopi brimhadam. Krishnam Chavarnam Tamasa Janatyaye. Matajis? Sargaya raktam rajasopi brinhetam. We'll see the word-to-word meaning. Sattvam, your leadership, who are the same person, the transcendence. Triloka Shritaye, to maintain the three worlds, the upper, middle, and the lower planetary systems. Swamayaya, by your personal energy, Atma Mayaya. Bibharshi, assume. Suklam, the white form of Vishnu in goodness. Kalu, as well as Varnam, color. Atmana, of the same category as you, Vishnu Tattva. Sargaya, for the creation of the entire world. Raktam, the reddish color of Rajaguna. Rajasa, with the quality of passion. Upabrimhitam, being charged. Krishnamscha, and the quality of darkness. Varnam, the color. Tamasa, which is surrounded by ignorance. Jana Atyaye, for the ultimate destruction of the entire creation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Translation, my Lord, your form is transcendental to the three material modes, yet for the maintenance of the three worlds, you assume the white color of Vishnu in goodness. For creation, which is surrounded by the quality of passion, you appear reddish, and at the end, when there is a need for annihilation, which is surrounded by ignorance, you appear blackish. So we read the translation responsively. My Lord, your form is transcendental to the three material modes. Yet for the maintenance of the three worlds, you assume the white color of Vishnu in goodness. For creation, which is surrounded by the quality of passion, you appear reddish, and at the end, when there is a need for annihilation, which is surrounded by ignorance, you appear blackish. Purport. A page of Srila Prabhupada's purport. We'll read that. Vasudeva prayed to the Lord, you are called Suklam. Suklam, or whiteness, is a symbolic representation of the absolute truth because it is unaffected by the material qualities. Lord Brahma is called Rakta, or red, because Brahma represents the qualities of passion for creation. Darkness is entrusted to Lord Shiva because he annihilates the cosmos. The creation, annihilation, and maintenance of this cosmic manifestations are conducted by your potencies. Yet, you are always unaffected by those qualities. As confirmed in the Vedas, Arirhi Nurguna Sakshat, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always free from all material qualities. It is also said that the qualities of passion and ignorance are non-existent in the person of in the person of the Supreme Lord. In this verse, the three colors mentioned, Sukla, Rakta, and Krishna, are not to be understood literally in terms of what we experience with our senses, but rather as representations of Sattva Guna, Raja Guna, and Tamo Guna. After all, sometimes we see a duck is white, although it is in Tamo Guna, the mode of ignorance, illustrating the logic called Bakandaya Nyaya. The duck is such a fool that it runs after the testicles of a bull, thinking them to be hanging fish that can be taken when it drops. Thus, the duck is always in darkness. Vyasadeva, however, the compiler of the Vedic literature, is blackish. But this does not mean that he is in Tamoguna. Rather, he is in the highest position of Sattva Guna, beyond the material modes of nature. Sometimes these colors, Sukla, Raktas, Tatapita, are used to designate the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. Lord Kshiradakasai Vishnu is celebrated as possessing a blackish color. Lord Shiva is whitish and Brahma is reddish, but according to Sanatana Goswami in a Vaishnava Tosani Shikha, this exhibition of colors is not what is referred to here. The real understanding of Sukla, Rakta, and Krishna is as follows. The Lord is always transcendental. For the sake of creation, he assumes the color Rakta as Lord Brahma. Again, sometimes the Lord becomes angry. As he says in Bhagavad Gita, Tanhaham drisata kruran samsaresu naradaman shipami ajashram asuban ashurish eva yonishu. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various species of life. To destroy the demons, the Lord assumes angry, and therefore he assumes the form of Lord Shiva. In summary, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always beyond the material qualities, and we should not be misled into thinking otherwise simply because of sense perception. One must understand the position of the Lord through the authorities or Mahajans, as stated in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Eta Shamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruvena Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadatisva Padantikam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Now this verse number 20, we are going to talk about it today. Verse number 19 and 20, both are talking about the three modes. So what we do, quickly we read verse number 19 and 20, and then we'll start the class, yeah? The previous verse which was done yesterday, which is 19. O my Lord, learned Vedic scholars conclude that the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the entire cosmic manifestation are performed by you. You are free from endeavor, unaffected by the modes of material nature, and changeless in your spiritual situation. There are no contradictions in you. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Parabrahman, because the three modes of material nature, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, are under your control. Everything takes place automatically. And today's verse is, My Lord, your form is transcendental to the three material modes. Yet, for the maintenance of the three worlds, you assume the white color of Vishnu in goodness for creation, which is surrounded by the quality of passion. You appear reddish And at the end, when there is a need for annihilation, which is surrounded by ignorance, you appear blackish. Now, in this chapter, Vasudeva is praying to the Supreme Lord. Although Krishna was his son, so he is praying to the Lord from verse number 13. Now, this knowledge given by Vasudeva about 5,000 years back, it was not only applicable at the time, it is also applicable even today. Yes? Because we are all influenced by the three modes of material nature. Yeah? It is affecting our day-to-day life. Now, we have to understand that these three modes of material nature, which is sattva, rajas, and tamas, are affecting all of us, all the time, 24/7, every day. This is a very, very important point for us to understand. Yeah? All of us, all the time, every day. Okay? So, we need to understand this three modes very nicely and clearly, so that from tomorrow, you are all free from the three modes. Yeah? Okay. Let us see the characteristics of the three modes. Yeah? And then we will move on. Now, as it is stated in the verse, sattva is managed by Lord Vishnu himself, which is goodness. And then rajas, which is passion, is managed by Brahma. And ignorance, which is tamas, is managed by Lord Shiva himself. All the three, yeah? They're non-different. They're Krishna, but still they're different in one sense for management, but they're non-different. Achinta Beda Beda Tattva. That helps us sometimes. If you're not clear, we can always say Achinta Beda Beda Tattva. Yeah? Okay. Now, let us see the characteristics of the mode. Okay? Very, very important. Because Krishna has explained, he has given 3 chapters for 3 modes. What are the 3 chapters? Sivya, one you know for sure. Chapter 14, the 3 modes of material nature. Chapter 17, divisions of faith, and also 18, the perfection of renunciation. 3 chapters Lord is talking in how it is affecting everything it affects. Everything affects. We are going to see that, yeah, shortly. Now, the sattva is characterized by, or its nature is knowledgeable. Those category of people will be knowledgeable, always happy, they're satisfied, they're content, and hence they are peaceful. Then, rajas is characterized by intense action, too much activity. They're restless, intense desire, and therefore they're always troubled, Something is going on in the mind. Something. And then tamas, which is ignorance, is characterized by laziness, too much sleeping, madness, illusion, darkness, lack of knowledge. Therefore, ignorance is opposite of goodness. Exactly opposite. Hare Krishna, please come in. Take your seat. Okay, just to explain this phenomena, Gaur Gopal Das, or for us is Prabhu, Gaur Gopal Prabhu. Do anyone know Gaur Gopal Prabhu? All of us should know. He is in Mumbai. He is a very, very popular monk among our society in ISKCON, and he is also a motivational speaker. Hare Krishna. Can you listen? Yes, good. So, Gaur Gopal, I was talking, is in Mumbai. He's very, very famous because you know how many followers he has got in his social media accounts? Can you guess? or people who are so... Yes? Wow. This is little bit too much, I think. You are in pure goodness, over-exaggerating. 17. Yeah? How much is that? No. He is right. 17 million followers. How did he know that? Huh? He said 7, huh? Sorry. 17 million followers. It's not exaggeration, it is true. 17 million followers for his social media accounts, which is really, fascinating, isn't it? Now, all of you are ready for an experiment? Hare Krishna. Are you all ready? Very good. She's the only one student who's listening to me. Now, Gaur Gopal Prabhu, he used to give signs of self-realization in Mumbai. Looks like Sylvia knows that. In one of the seminar, Prabhu wanted to do an experiment with the 3 modes of betel nature to demonstrate the characteristics of the 3 modes. So what he did was, he asked for 3 volunteers, brave volunteers, come out. And 3 people came out. Then, to each of the persons, he gave something. Do anyone know this? Sylvia, you know that? You know that? You know, okay. She always knows something. Okay, what he did was, to the first person, he gave a surgical gloves. You know surgical gloves? Have you seen? The doctor's gloves. It's basically transparent. You can put the gloves, it's got fingers, you can put into the hand, and basically it is a gloves, but in one sense you can say it's not a gloves because you have the feeling and all that, and you're not covered so much. Yeah, the surgical gloves. To the second person, he gave T20 cricket batsman's gloves. New Zealand team's gloves. Cricket, have you seen the cricket batsman's glove? It has also got fingers, but the thing is, each of the fingers is padded. So the flexibility is a bit low, less, you can say. To the third person, he gave boxer gloves. The boxer gloves where it does not have individual fingers. Like that. Then he called the volunteers, 3 of them, and 3 persons he gave individually. Then he told them, all 3 of you have to do an experiment. Are you listening, guys? It's a good one. He said, you have to thread a string through the needle. That is, you have to pass a thread through the eye of the needle. That's a simple experiment you have to do. Now what happened? The first person wearing a surgical gloves, doctor's one, he was able to move properly. Flexibility was there, less control, more freedom. So therefore, he was able to do that practically within a minute. Yes? Imagine, guys, we should have actually done that, but I did not get a gloves. I could not get a gloves. Therefore, just imagine. Something is doing, okay? So he put, it was relatively easier, because, he has a good control. So he put the needle. He did practically within a minute. The second one, with the batsman's gloves, he was a bit hard for him. Because, it's obstructing him, But it was covered and all that. But still he managed, and he could do within about 2 minutes, say. Little bit, it took more time, but he was able to do. The third guy cannot even hold the needle and the string. He was doing like this. He's a non-starter. He could not even start. He was feeling a little bit embarrassing. What is this? All the people think that I can't even do that. I can do, but the gloves. He's fully covered, he can't even do. So, Gaur Gopal Prabhu is very clever and smart. He asked the audience, what do you think, guys? What do you think? So I'm asking you, the audience, what do you think of the 3 natures? One is the surgical gloves, second one is cricket batsman's gloves, third one is boxer gloves. So what do you infer? So he asked many people, what do you think? What do you think? So what do you infer from that? A simple answer for a simple question. What do you think? The conclusion. He asked a lot of people. Yes, Prabhu, anyone? Did you attend the seminar, Mother? You're very smart. But the audience was not as clever as you are. So therefore, they said, we noticed, he drew conclusion from the audience. And they said, what we understand is, when we are covered, our actions are restricted. That's what they said. Because I could see the first man could do, third one was very difficult. That means, whenever we are covered, our actions are restricted. We lose freedom. We cannot do a job properly. That's what they said. That is our understanding. Then Prabhu said, that's good. So he started to explain based on the experiment. He said, as Mataji pointed out, correct. The first one, the gloves, surgical gloves, represents mode of goodness, which means relatively there is a clarity of mind. They know what they're doing. More freedom, less control, more flexibility, peaceful, all this, which we saw earlier as the characteristics of goodness. The second one, the cricket man's gloves. Okay, he was able to do that, but still it was not difficult for him because the less flexible, he did not have that as much freedom as the first person, but nevertheless he was able to do that. It took us more time because he has to struggle with his conditioning or covering, you can say. So he was able to do that. The third person represents the mode of ignorance, which means practically, they do not know anything about the soul. The mode of goodness person realizes, yes, I am not this body. I am the living spark in the body. Because when I die, something goes away from my body. And therefore, I am the spirit. I am the spiritual spark. I am part of Krishna. Yes, he knows that. That is mode of goodness. Because his covering is less. The second one is okay. He has to try. He has to make an endeavor. Little bit hard work. Mode of passion. Ignorance, never. Impossible. They will never know. They argue that I am the body. What are you talking about, soul? What is this? Don't give this crap to me, they'll say. This kind of people. Absolutely no idea about soul. So he was explaining about this point. Okay? Now this is talking about the characteristics, nature of the three modes. Yes? Now, we are going to discuss a story which is talking about a person in that mode, how he will react. Three modes we know now. Okay, Sattva Guna means relatively in the mode of goodness, peaceful, happy and all that. Rajas means very intense action, too much excited, intense excitement. And the third one, Rajas means laziness, dull, opposite to goodness like that. Okay? Now, are we ready for one story? Because I could understand that. Sunday morning, right? It's better go. And one more thing, because I said Sunday, because Sunday is a holiday, that doesn't mean the modes is not working. Mode is working. No holiday for the modes. No holiday. Modes are still working. But because you are in the presence of the supreme authority, Krishna, there's no problem for you. The moment you go away from his influence, which is pure goodness, all will start back. This is the power of Krishna. Yeah? As long as he is there, he is like sun. Krishna, Surya, Saman, Maya, Andhakar. Darkness. When you turn off the light, immediately darkness comes. How the modes are working. See, although today was a Sunday, still I was suffering from the modes. In the early morning, before I woke up, I do not want to wake up. Then I said, Bhagavatam class, I have to wake up. So I was relatively in ignorance, sleeping, the early morning. And then when I woke up, it was okay. Then when I took my shower and all that, okay. You can say predominantly the mode of goodness. When I was driving, mode of passion, how many minutes more? Will I be able to reach in time and all that, And now, pure goodness, after seeing all of it. Happy. Okay, this story is about the nature of the person in three modes. Okay? There were three brothers in a village. We call them, the first one as Tamas T, the second one Rajas R, and the third one Sattva S. We'll go from this order. Why always goodness, passion, ignorance? We'll start from ignorance, passion, goodness. Yeah? Okay? So what are the names of them? T, R, and S. TRS. These three brothers, this is a story related, a little bit old story. It is not 2026. It is 1026. Yeah, 1,000 back, 500 years back, whatever. Now the three brothers, they lived in a village. And their occupation or their business is to sell hats. You know? Hat. So they have to go from the village to the city through a small forest. That is a way. They did not have BMW or Mercedes. They have to go by walk. No cycling also, because they cannot afford. They are not IT engineers who came from India to get Australian dollars. So, these three brothers have to go every day. They have to go from the village to the city through the small forest, sell their goods, come back and make their earnings. In this way, they were living. Our story starts when, yes, Tamas person, he starts, he goes, he said, I want to do today, I'll go first. Okay, fine, go. He was going, because he was walking for a long time, he thought, I might as well take some rest under a tree. Yes? So he was taking rest under a tree for some time. And like last night, he slept off, like me. And then he realized when he woke up, none of the hats were there. It was all taken by the monkeys. The monkeys came and took all the hats, and it was on the tree. Then this person, who is in the mode of ignorance, how will he react? He was sad. He was lamenting. He was crying because he's helpless. And therefore, what did he do? He was so upset. He went to the pub. He drank and he slept off there because he could not forget his misery. No money. What will you do? If you do not know Krishna, go to the pub. Yes. Because we know Krishna, we come here and we are happy. The other way to be happy is in the mode of ignorance. Yes. Drinking, smoking and all that. So he went to the pub. He slept off because he was worried. I have no business on that day. Second person, what's his name? Good. At least one or two. I've got at least 3 followers. If not 17 million. Very, very, very happy. Please be loyal to me. So the second person, Rajas, he started off. He also went through the same journey. He has to go through the forest. Okay? And he also, as usual, long journey. And then he slept off. When he got up, again, the monkeys are very clever. They took the caps. So what he in the mode of passion, how will he react, Prabhu? He was very angry. First thing, angry. Then he was shouting at the monkeys. Then he took the stone and pelting at them. Shouting, using, actually he was quite happy. So quite very, 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 very unhappy. And therefore, he was using abusive words, whatever, he could do, very agitated. And what he did was, very angry, he felt and he left. But what was the result? He lost the caps. He could not do. Then the third brother, smart brother came. Mode of goodness, sattva. He came. The same thing happened to him. The monkey doesn't know who is in mode of goodness, ignorance. So they took the cap. And when he woke up, all the monkeys had the cap. So what did he do? He's a smart fellow because he had clarity of thought, vision. He know, yes, now my objective is to get the cabs, not to shout or not to cry or not to go to the pub. What is my objective? My objective is to chant Hare Krishna mantra, come to the temple, hear Bhagavatam, take prasadam, I'll be happy. This is the objective. So what he did? He thought for a while. Because, see, mode of goodness is very, very important. That's what I'm stressing this, because it gives a clarity of thought. You know, you're not agitated all the time. You know, you're able to think well. You're not restricted. Very, very important in our day-to-day life. Whether we work in office or come to the temple or be with our family members. This is very important, isn't it? Clarity of thought. Suppose if my wife says something, then that's it. I will not get my prasadam. So I have to be very, careful in how word. Yes. So we have to have a very important clarity of thoughts. So one reaction is enough. She will note all the reaction, my reaction, and accordingly I'll get the response. So this is a practical experience. So therefore, this person, what he did was, he thought, okay, objective. So what he did was, he realized, yes, they can remember also, they got good memory. So what he thought, yes, I know, I've kept one cap for myself in my bag. So he took the cap, he put it on. Then he was trying to imitate like the monkeys. Like that, all that. Then the monkeys also saw, oh, I got my friend, one more friend. They were imitating. He was doing all this jumping and all that, all that, whatever. The monkeys are also imitating. Then he said, that's a good. He went on going and all that. The monkey was so much fascinated with that dancing and all that. Bollywood dance, he was dancing. Because that's what in the Bollywood dance, they do only monkey dancing anyway. If you really see, they scratch, do like this and all that. Basically, that's what it is. So he was doing, and at one stage, he took the hat and put it on the ground like this. All the monkeys also imitating, they put the hat on the ground. He picked up all the hat, he collected, went to the market, sold them, bought the money, and had a good prasadam. So, from this, what do we infer? Mode of goodness is always good. Clarity of thought, flexibility, you have the ability to do things properly, think well, become a team leader, get more money. That means it becomes passion. Okay, now a couple of things I'm going to ask you, okay? You have to tell me what mode is that. Is mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, okay? I don't want two answers, please. Please raise your hands and tell me, yeah? Coming to the temple. Yes, pure goodness. We'll come back to a very good answer, goodness, that's right. At least a thought is there. But once you come to the temple, it becomes pure goodness. Yes? The desire is goodness, yes. Going to work. How can you say passion? For example, the work, if you are a teacher in RMIT, is that passion? Teacher, Brahminical work, teaching. At least you are teaching. So that is goodness. If you are a butcher, if you work in a casino, ignorance. If you work in an IT company, okay. If you are playing music, classical music, goodness, yes. Bollywood music, Western music, basically ignorance only. You know why I'm saying ignorance? Because there's a story behind that. Once in North India, one villager was there. Because I'm talking with proof. I've got 3 followers. Once there was a guy in the North India. Okay? Now this guy is a villager. And he has a small farm. And then he, cultivating vegetables and all that, he used to do. Now this person was, in the evening time, he was playing nice Western music. Born in the USA, like that he was playing. Now one more lady who was an English news reader or news correspondent, she was in that village. She said, what is this song? We used to hear this song. This guy is hearing that. Come on, let us go and see him. So she went to this person, the villager, and asked, hey, how come all the villagers, they hear only Indian songs, and they talk about Krishna, you are hearing Bollywood's, Western songs, all these nice songs. How come? What's the reason? Then he said, listen, I don't like this song. I've kept it so that all these animals and birds doesn't come to my farm. They get scared. Dum, 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 dum. So I put this music because these animals and birds, they don't come and disturb me. That's the whole point I kept it. Don't think that, this is actual fact. Then she was upset and gone. So that is why I said, ignorance. This music means a dum, 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 dum. So I'll think, what is going on? So that is why goodness. But answering this little boy's question, goodness, coming to Krishna consciousness is not goodness, it's pure goodness. Because what do Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita 2.45? Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraiguno Bhava Arjuna. That is, he's saying, oh Arjuna, the Vedas deal mainly with the three modes of material nature. The Vedas, everything. But you go above that and situate in the pure goodness or Krishna consciousness. Krishna is saying that in 2.45. So we have to go beyond that. Then only we are in pure goodness. Because, why is that? Although we said that goodness is good, but there is a competition between the three modes. When the mode of goodness is prevailing, passion and ignorance will come and destroy. When the passion is there, goodness and ignorance will destroy. When ignorance is there, goodness and passion will destroy. That is why there is a competition, Krishna explains in the 14th chapter. We will not be all the time in particular mode. It's constantly varying. So therefore, goodness is better than the other two. But it is not the best. So what is the best? Yeah, the best is pure goodness, Krishna consciousness or spiritual consciousness. Because Krishna is completely transcendental. Krishna's name, Krishna's pastime, Krishna's devotees, Krishna's prasadam, Krishna's form, paraphernalia, everything is pure goodness. Therefore, when we come in touch with that, we become pure. Naturally. How? Because in the morning fog in winter, you can't take a torch or something and say, fog, go away. It will not go. But when the sun comes, it goes. How it goes? It goes naturally. That is how it is. When you come to Krishna, goes. When you turn on the light, how the darkness goes? How does it go? Do we have to take a broom and say, darkness, go? It goes. How it goes, it goes. When the light comes, darkness goes. When you come to Krishna, ignorance goes. That is how it is. Because ignorance means darkness. Krishna means sun, light. Yes. Let us see what I've got. So, Krishna explains that in the 14th chapter, 17th chapter, 18th chapter, Krishna talks about the three modes. Now, what are Krishna is saying? In the 14th chapter, after explaining about the characteristics of the three modes, Lord is saying, what all does the three mode does to you? How it's influencing us. Okay, Lord is saying in the 17th and 18th chapter. Let us see how does it influence, okay? The three modes influences our faith. It influences of the sacrifices we do. It influences the austerities we perform. the charity we give, the knowledge we learn, the actions we do, the food we eat, and the happiness also. Krishna explains the happiness of the persons in the three modes. Very, very important. The person in the mode of goodness, for him, what does Krishna say? His lifestyle is, goodness is poison in the beginning, nectar at the end. It may look, oh, why should I have to come to Krishna? Boring, same thing, like that. No, it's transcendental. We will get newer and newer things by chanting the same mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Newer and newer things are coming. So mode of goodness means it looks like poison in the beginning, but nectar in the end. What is mode of passion? Mode of passion means going to the movie today. Yeah, nectar in the beginning, but poison in the end. Mode of ignorance? Poison in the beginning, poison at the end, poison in the middle, everything poison, suffering. Because they do not know what to do. Like the gloves, boxer's gloves, remember. So, this is how it influences. So, which means, because Krishna is saying all that, doesn't mean that we cannot come out of the modes. We are stuck forever. What do you think? Okay, mode. I am in mode of ignorance, for example. That means I'm stuck. This birth, I can't do anything. Finish. Yes. That may be for the person who doesn't know Krishna. But Krishna is saying how the mode influences, how one can transcend or come out of the modes. How? Choose your lifestyle. Choose the food you eat. Choose the work you do. Choose the austerity. What is the best austerity you will do? What is the best charity you will do? Krishna is saying. And by doing that, you come out of the modes. The mode doesn't influence us. So, what an important tool Krishna is giving, right? Just by choosing your way of life, you can transcend the mode. Krishna is explaining that. What an important knowledge this is. Yeah? Can we avoid the three modes? We can't. Because it is there. In the morning time, preferably it is said that it's a mode of goodness. Say around, roughly I'm saying, it's not a concrete thing. Between 3 and 10 or 11, mode of goodness. Then from 11 to 4, 5 is mode of passion. Then evening, ignorance. Because evening means, sleep only. Dull laziness. So this mode is predominantly there. So we have to make the best use of it. Mode will influence us. And we have to work. That doesn't mean that passion is bad. We have to work, isn't it? So passion is also important. When we do the arati, I can't stand like this. Krishna, I am in mode of goodness. I am not going to move. You take the arati. I am in mode of goodness. I can't say. When prasadam is given, no, mode of goodness, I will eat through my eyes. We can't do that. Yeah? We have to eat, action. So action is also important. Sleep is also important. Doesn't mean that ignorance is bad. If you don't sleep, then today I know in the lecture I'll be sleeping. Last night if I did. Would it be nice? Whatever followers also I'll lose. Yeah? So therefore, sleep is important, ignorance, passion is important, work, and goodness is important. But predominantly, we should be in the mode of goodness and then try to transcend. It's easier if it is like that because we realize we have got clarity of thought. We know what is best for my life. Yes, this is what I'm going to choose. Okay? So before we go, one last thing, that this mode of goodness is considered like an airport, where if you want to go from place to place, if you want to go to some place to India or something, you have to go to the airport. So mode of goodness is like that, where there's a facility for the flight to come and you can board it. But if you are in mode of passion, then you'll go to a duty-free shop and you'll be lost. And very my flight, oh, it is gone. When 10 minutes back, I didn't know, no announcement. Because we are engrossed in buying the duty-free shop. So that is also there. So we have to be very careful that we remain in the mode of goodness. And also Kapila Muni in the 3rd canto, towards the end, Lord Kapila, who is the son of Devahuti and Kardama Muni, he says that there is also devotional service in the 3 modes. Devotional service also we can do in ignorance. Devotional service we can do in passion. And devotional service we can do in goodness. But pure goodness is good. But for us, it will be a combination, but we'll try to be, we realize that and we'll proceed. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you. We'll stop here. Any questions, comments? Anyone has got anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. You just mentioned that devotional service can be in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But Prabhuji, every time we are chanting the holy name, a Mahamantra, and reading scriptures, it's pure goodness. We are associating with Krishna directly. So how can that be?
Can you go one step backwards? What was?
When we are chanting the holy name, and when we are performing devotional service like the deity worship and reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and the scriptures, it's like associating with Krishna directly, and it is pure goodness. It's nirguna. So how can the devotional service be in mode of? Can be performed in the mode of passion, ignorance, and goodness?
One name of Krishna is Bhavagraki Janardana. He sees the mood, not the external appearance. What mood we come. What is that? Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhakta prayachati tadaham bhakti upahartam asnami priyatatmana. Bhakti, the mood, is very important. So I can come, as a devotee and thinking of the present Bollywood movie or something. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It may be transcendental, but it will not work, like that. So Krishna is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart. So the Lord knows a desire. Ideally, it's better if we come to goodness and chant, because the 3 modes are influencing us all the time. It's not easy. Yeah? Suddenly in chanting is pure goodness. We'll come down to goodness, then passion, ignorance also. Why? Because we feel like sleeping. In between chanting pure goodness, if you sleep, you come from pure goodness to ignorance, right? And sometimes people do all work planning during chanting. Hare Krishna, 9 to 10, this one. Hare Krishna, that is mode of passion. First is find a place, sit down, on your sofa, doesn't matter. Pick up the same time, relax. Let the mind be free, peaceful when we chant. Not agitated. Your boss has called. What do you think? When are you going to hand over the project? Please think about it. No, I'm going to chant. Means so, like that. So you have to choose, because mood is important for Krishna. See, we see in so many stories, the mood, a person may be very poor, but his love for Krishna is so much that Krishna has come, to see. So pure, it attracts. Bhakti is the one thing which attracts Krishna, nothing else. Not our money, not our BMW, not our $5 million, not our 80-bedroom houses. Bhakti, Bhakti. You may be a simple devotee. Bhakti. Important. Yes, Mataji? So, but modes are, constantly like this, like a waves, keep on going. But nevertheless, we should not succumb. We should not fall a prey to that. Yeah? Okay, When you're chanting, what will you do? When you're chanting, I feel like sleeping. What will you do? No, I want to finish my 16 rounds. I've committed to my Guru. I will sleep and chant. Because I've committed to my Guru, I will sleep and chant. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chanting I have to do because I've committed. Yes? Yes, Mataji, what will you do? Suppose. Huh? No, you sleep for some time. Take a power nap. No, that will not work. Your mind will trick you. Okay, walk and chant, you'll do that. No. You want sleep, body needs. Sleep for half an hour, doesn't matter. And then you chant. It'll be better rather than all this convincing will not do, Mataji. Because mind is Maya. We think, oh, I've got a mind, my mind is very good. No, mind means Maya only. Mind is subtle body. Gross body is Maya, subtle body is also Maya. So the mind is important Maya. So whatever the mind says, dictation, Srila Prabhupada says, mind's concoction. Never listen to the mind's concoction. So set up a standard. Yes. That's why I was wondering, maybe today Sylvia will not ask me a question. I was almost happy. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. My question is a bit similar to Mataji's question. It's on the lines where you mentioned that when we do reading and hearing in devotional service, it's transcendental to the three modes of material nature. But sometimes, speaking for myself, I find myself, while doing devotional service, either in this mode or like goodness or in another mode. So Prabhu, is the transcendental devotional service, as you mentioned, for pure devotees, or is that what we do when we're doing devotional service?
If devotion service were pure devotees, I would not become a devotee at all. No, anyone can do. Anyone can do. So based on their devotion service, one can progress, Anyone can surrender. Animal has surrendered in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Animals are generally a mode of ignorance. When Gajendra, when he said the Lord came up very fast on his Garuda to rescue Gajendra, animal, he offered a prayer. So, devotional service, Krishna, as you said, it attracts Krishna, so you can do on any level, but based on that surrender, you get the reciprocation. So, the higher mode you surrender, the higher reciprocation you get. It's not that Krishna will keep quiet. No, you chanted most of my rounds in mode of ignorance, so you're not coming back to Godhead. Yeah. So, depending upon that, but ideally, for that, we have to have a standard, what we are doing. If you keep on having jumbled up programs, we are not going to do. This time I'm going to do. If you see all the elevated, all the Guru Maharaj, all the senior devotees, they have a standard. Yes, 5 to 7:30 or 8 o'clock, chanting. Then, whatever they do every day, Bhagavatam class, Guru Maharaj. And then, after I do that, then whatever 10 to 12 or 1 o'clock is my schedule, office schedule or something. Then a little bit relaxing. Then the evening class like that. Some schedule we should have. Otherwise, it will be all jumbled up, Yeah, ideally, selecting a good environment, keeping the mind calm, all this will help. If you are in agitated mood, definitely the chanting will be in passion. If you're sleeping mood, it will be in ignorance, like that. So, yeah, prepare yourself. Prepare. Like how we are preparing, for any activity, job, like that, prepare ourselves. Then, ideally, you can get a good result.
Thank you. Helps.
Okay. We'll stop here. Gantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi.